Power's hit spin-off series Raising Kanan transported viewers back to New York in the 90s to gain insight into Kanan Stark's, played by Mackay Curtis, upbringing. As the original Kanan, 50 Cent, died in the original Power series, showrunner Sasha Penn highlighted the difficulties he faced creating the series. In an interview with Deadline, Penn shared, "We know the ultimate arc of these characters, so really the joy has been getting to deconstruct that. Getting to pull apart how these characters came to be, getting to find yourself as an artist to pick and choose these spots, how you want this to lead into where this character ultimately ends up, has been the most exciting part." Kanan was first introduced in the original series of Power, and over time fans got to know the very complex character. He had left prison in Season 2, after serving 10 years where he was sentenced after being set by James Ghost St. Patrick, Omari Hardwick, and Tasha St. Patrick, Naturi Nayan. When he returned, Ghost had become a successful businessman dedicated to his family. However, his criminal roots weren't too far behind him. Kanan returned with the intention of killing Ghost and using those around him to take the fall. This led to him killing his son Sean Stark, Cinque Walls, after he failed. The felon even killed his beloved cousin and best friend Jukebox, Anakanoni Rose, who was also reintroduced in Raising Kanan. After realizing how undefeatable Ghost truly was, he offered to join forces in order to get close enough to kill him. However, this turned out to be a huge error which eventually cost Kanan his life. When asked if writing the prequel was liberation or constraining, Penn responded, "It's a little bit of both, to be honest, on the one because people know how the story ends. So you're kind of fighting against that a little bit, because the obvious response is yeah, I know how the softie ends, but do I really care how it begins?" He added, "I think frankly, that's the most interesting part of the story, that's where the opportunity is. If you're afforded an opportunity to see how someone become who they become, is a way it's liberating." We all know who Kanan is in the original Power, so it's really interesting to see how he became a sociopath, the showrunner concluded. In the prequel series, Kanan is a 15-year-old high school student whose interest in criminal activities completely derailed the course of his life. Viewers got to see his entire family, including the younger version of his cousin Jukebox, who was played by Haley Kilgore. His mother Rack Thomas, Patna Miller, encouraged the teenager to focus at school and had prepared to send him to a prestigious institution after his grades were admired by the principal. Instead, Kanan chose to flunk his test and fail on purpose to stay home and protect his mother. However, Rack didn't need his protection as she was one of New York's biggest and most glamorous drug distributors. When Kanan noticed her rival was dealing drugs on the corner she owned, he took it upon himself to shoot the dealer. Unbeknownst to him, Rack had made a deal and given it up. This started a street war, and Rack had no choice but to teach her son some criminal ways so he could protect himself. Raising Kanan is available to stream on Starz.